welcome to our Meet the Builder segment. Often as realtors, we kind of like take the spotlight on the home and Instagram and so forth. And I decided, let's meet the person who's behind the scenes, who really should get the credit, and let's get to know that person. So I want you all to meet Gustavo, you call him Gus, from Benchmark. Gus, how are you?
Attilio, how are you?
So for the segment, should it be Gustavo or should it be Gus?
Yeah, you can call me Gus. Everybody calls me Gus for short.
All the time I've known you, this is the first time I'm hearing Gustavo. And I kind of like that. So, okay, Gustavo, good afternoon. So tell us about your background and Benchmark, your company.
So basically, I have 30 years in the business. It's all I know. I grew up as a little kid, watching my dad do some smaller jobs and have an architectural degree. But I love to build. That's my passion.
What inspired you, your dad?
I think as a little kid, I was always someone who liked to put things together and structure and build. And I think that's what really led me to this.
I had to tap into that because working with you the past year, I saw your creativity where you're like, oh, I have an idea. And the next thing I knew, you drew it up. I'm like, wow, who did this? And you said, you did it. So you do wear many hats. So you're a little boy in New York and you came to New Jersey, started a family.
No, I was actually born in Argentina.
Oh,
both of my
is it fun facts?
Yeah, both of my parents, we know each other a long time, but both of my parents are Italian.
We're from Italy.
We're Calabrese.
Calabrese.
Yes. We're hard-hearted, they say.
That's what they say.
Speak, read, and write it fluently. English is actually my third language. I was about 10 years old when we came to this country. Just like every immigrant that has come in, we had a dream.
I love this. It's truly like the American dream.
Yes.
I can connect with that as my family come from Italy. And, you know, I used to hear the story all the time. They came with a few dollars in their pocket and they got married, raised a family and construction business, and they lived the American dream. Proud to be American, right?
Absolutely.
I see that. All right, so let's get started. 399 High Street, an amazing home, obviously. Can you provide an overview of the home and which key features is your favorite? And I think I know which one it is.
Is that right?
Yeah. First of all, audience, I want to let you know that a lot of times in these type of segments, you prepped the guests for questions. I told Gustavo, I was not going to prep him because I wanted to hear his organic answers. And we could always edit. So let's go for it. I'll read the question one more time.
Okay.
High Street is an amazing home. One of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Can you provide an overview of the home and its key features and let us know your favorite feature, which I think I know what the feature that you love. If not, I'll let you know what my key feature is, but you go for it.
Okay. So basically, High Street started as a small home that it was. We demoed the home. It's on a beautiful lot, shy of an acre. I designed the home based on what I would want if I was living in it.
Which is very obvious.
Yes. So that's very important for me because I put a lot of love into the design and building the actual home. We try not to cut in details. We like to make it very special so that when the people come in, they can actually be awed by it and feel good, which is how I feel when I build these properties.
Right.
As far as, it's a good question. As far as when my
There's a lot.
detail is,
One.
I'm going to say probably the hidden pantry area.
Okay. That was on my top of my list. But
Okay.
it's neck and neck with the fireplace.
The fireplace too.
It's different to this area. So why don't you
Yes.
take a second and tell us about this special type of fireplace? It's not gas. It's not wood burning.
Yeah, so the fireplace is an ethanol burning fireplace.
Yeah, I don't know if you understood that. Ethanol burning fireplace.
Yes.
Odorless, gasless.
Odorless, gasless, no chance of ever having carbon monoxide, which is probably the most important thing. Not that you would with a gas fireplace, but that chance is always there. It's a very sleek look and clean, you know?
I agree.
So, yes, we're trying to move and trend with the times.
I remember when you would tell me about this, it took me a minute to do my research and process it because it was very new to us. I'm like, well, it's in California, it's very common. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, how am I going now to sell this to the public? I have to be honest for you, it was no problem. They understood, they loved it. It wasn't challenging whatsoever. So I thought that's my takeaway from this home. And I thought it was a great feature. And I love to see more homes in the future convert over to this as well.
Well, there's definitely more homes coming.
I know. Let's leave that for last. Okay. Builder, designer, and developer. Those are the three hats I see you wear. You wear many, many hats. Are there any design elements that you are particularly proud of?
First, let me clarify one thing. Yes, I wear many hats, but my most important one of all is being a dad and a husband. I have a magnificent ceremony.
Life in the heart. Love that.
My wife is very much in tune with what I do and has a tremendous amount of input in designing. I run everything by her. What do you think of this? What do you think of that?
You make an amazing team.
She has, yes, absolutely. We look for properties together that we can develop and build beautiful homes for people. And we have 4 daughters.
That's right.
And
they're starting to put it, they give you their input.
yes,
as well.
they come in, they want to see every single project from start to end. They want to be here when the bulldozer is taking the house down. They want to be here when the last piece of detail gets put in.
I just had a flashback when you first called me, and we never really knew each other, just of each other's name from being in the community. And our first 2 interviews was your wife. Besides you, it was your wife, the first, second, and third, all the way up until we went live. And then at that point, your wife said, okay, took a step back until an offer comes in and so forth. So she was extremely, very much involved. And I think she was the decision making on choosing the Adamo group, but that's a story for another day. As far as your girls are concerned, I know they were involved too because they did their research on us, our social media presence, and so forth. And I had really wonderful conversations with them. So it was really a family interview thinking back now, we were approved by, 6 people?
Yes.
6 people. All right. So let's go back to the question. So before we move on to the next one, what is your particular favorite element of this home and why?
So I believe that my favorite element is the exterior of the house.
Interesting.
The design is a modern transitional. Once again, you have to move with the times. You don't want the homes looking too old. You don't want the home looking
Too flashy.
too Miami, if you will, as far as modern is concerned. So we try to find the happy medium between one and the other.
It was a smooth transition.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So the outside is very important. The outdoor living is very important. We like to put in areas that you can flow very well throughout the house, walk into the backyard, covered porch, pool, where people can enjoy the home. In these areas in the Northeast, obviously, in the wintertime, you can't really be outside, but with
Actually,
patio heaters and so forth, you can enjoy it for at least 3/4, if you will, of the year.
you did accomplish that the way you designed it.
Yeah.
So it's true. It's an upper floor concept. It's obvious as you see the house from the home from the outside, and as you enter the inside, that this is not your first home. I don't see any mistakes. Again, 2025 will mark my 40th year me doing real estate, and I specialize in new construction. I grew up in construction. So when I first met you and your wife and the kids, and I saw your vision and your design, I was excited. So I was glad that you chose us to collaborate and to market the home. And it was something different. And I loved the fact that we had to take it on. And we took this on with studs, with raw, we went on really super early and we had the vision to get out there and so forth. So I was excited to get it from behind the scenes and beyond the walls before vision was created to the final product.
I think that's important though, because the way I look at it is I need whomever is going to be on my team and working with me, and in this case was you, right, understands the value of what I want to bring to a home. And I believe that the only way to really see that is to see the home start and end,
Right.
which is what you got to see, you know?
True.
So we were able to confide in, hey, look, this is what we're doing. This is the reason why I think we should do it. You were able to give feedback on that as well. And at the end, it works out.
I was like a silent partner. I definitely gave you my 2 cents. And when you asked for it or not, I'm going to give it to you. But my takeaway is on this particular home, I learned a lot too, from the ethanol type of fireplace to your finishes. Like, for example, this countertop was new to me. Your appliances was brand new to me. And of course, I did my research. So in order for me to sell it or explain to the potential buyers, I need to understand it. And you enlightened me with your vision and your finishes. And I'm excited to learn. After 40 years, I'm still learning. And I love that. I want to say thank you for that.
Good.
Okay. So I wanted to give you one hard question, but not that hard, and throw you off a little bit. And I know you're going to be honest with me. So don't shoot me later after the camera. What were, if any, challenges you had to deal with on this project?
Any challenges to deal with in this? I have to be honest. It was a smooth transition from beginning to end. We in-house all our trades. We do our own demolition, excavation,
Right.
foundations. We do our own framing, our own masonry work, our own finish work. Most of my employees have been with me for many, many years. They know what I want, how I want it. I am not scared to get my hands dirty.
And I've seen that. I've seen that. So pretty much I have witnessed you've run a really well-organized crew, and it was on the spot and ready. I feel like every time I came here, the entire crew, like, don't you have any other jobs? Like, the full-time crew is here, full-time.
Yeah, so we basically keep crews full-time on all jobs,
Yeah.
and start to finish. We do our development, and then we do our private work also for high-end residential homes. I have built magnificent homes out in
I know you're busy out
Hamptons,
there.
Outer Islands, up in Connecticut. We basically start and finish the job. I try not to mix in crews, not because we can't, but just simply because it's good to have a start point and an end point and focus from point A to point B, and not skip a beat.
I'm going to tell you one more thing. Like any good realtor, I did my homework in the beginning, in my research on you, your name, your wife, your family, your benchmark, and you have a great reputation out there.
Okay.
And that said to me, I want to work with this guy because that means that his product, he stands by his product, his home, he lives within a mile radius. He's not running away. And you didn't have that reputation as a typical builder. No, I'm not going to use him. I'm not going to recommend him. All good stuff out there. And I saw by you gave me a personal visit of your home. Prior to doing this, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see how he builds his house. So you're very old school. I like that, where you put your heart and soul into it. You're totally involved. And one of the things that I liked working with you is that I like when a builder works along with me with the actual buyer. I work with buyers all day long. I like to bring the real person in, the builder, for a small segment after the introduction. So it's kind of solidify, answer any more questions, and to build a rapport. And we've done that along the way. And this particular buyer that week, I remember calling you, say, Gus, this is the real buyer for this house. I'd like you to meet me on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. I'll bring you bagels and coffee. Let's meet. And I knew and went, wow, you guys connected. We left off feeling good. Within 24 hours, we had an amazing offer and more details to follow, and it was smooth sailing. And I have to say, because of your contribution, your involvement, our personalities, it matched well. And I still like that. There's a lot of realtors out there today who will not let the buyer meet the builder. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it at all because he had work that he wanted, he had questions, and you are the expert. So I took a chance and I was right. It went excellent. To me, that's old school tactic, and I'm going to keep doing that.
That's important. For me, these homes are very personal because I put a tremendous amount of love in the designing and building the home. And I feel that I get these gut feelings when people come in and I know
Right.
who the right person is.
We used to challenge each other. No, this is the person. No, that's not the person.
Yeah, I mean,
So we got right most of the
not
time.
a lot of offers, and it's not about the money. Sometimes it's about picking the right person for the home.
I think we can both agree unanimously that the buyer that bought, the young couple that bought this home, is the right buyer for the house. They love it more and more every time they come. Working with them was very smooth. It wasn't challenging, and they actually want to do more work and finish the backyard and continue projects with you. So would you agree
Absolutely.
this was the right buyer?
Yes, 100%.
Totally. All right, so we're about to wrap it up. So let's talk about the experience you had with the Adamo Group.
Okay.
And it was your first, and hopefully not your last.
What can I say? We had our ups and downs, you know.
We have our differences,
right?
exactly.
You look at things from your perspective, and we look at things from our perspective. But at the end of the day, were we able to make it work and basically mesh? The experience was great.
Thank you.
Right?
Same here.
You're a great person to work with on a personal level. I think you're great, and on a business level, I think you're great.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
So
honestly, I didn't prep him for this. I do appreciate it. It's true. In the beginning, not that we butt heads, but we're like, okay, let's do it this way. And we talked about timing and marketing, and we had a couple opinions. So it was more like a trial and error, and we figured it out. But towards the end, we were in sync on everything in the last phase, and that I appreciated. That actually was not the last question. This is the last question. We wrap this up. Where do we go from here? Future projects, close by, nearby, vacation mode. Where are you going with this?
Oh, no. Gus doesn't go on vacation mode until it's vacation mode for the family. Where do we go from here? No, you want to look to see if there's anything in that sleeve?
I see something there.
Yeah. So, yes, there are a couple of projects coming.
I'm thinking.
They leave them as a teaser.
I'm thinking this on steroids. I think so. I got to peek at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say. And there's this on steroids, and then there's that on steroids.
Location, home, square footage, and you probably, it seems like you're the kind of builder that doesn't make the same house twice. He makes every home unique from the next home. So that's more like you said.
Absolutely. That's probably one of my traits, that every home has to be different.
Right. No cookie cutter for you.
No, absolutely not. I like to sit with the pencil, draw, come up with ideas. I don't like it, crumble it up, throw it out, and start. And even as we build, make some changes. It's not about the money. It's about the final product that gives the biggest joy. I can truly say, when you get a benchmark custom built home, you're truly getting a custom built home.
Okay, I totally agree.
No happy medium there.
So let's wrap it up. Let's say a warm welcome and thank you to Gustavo, not Gus.
Thank you.
For Benchmark Builders. And we are excited, looking forward to your next project. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.